guys? So we are back in the garden today. On today's agenda, we are going to be planting some carrots, peas, and sunflowers. Step into my office. So here we showed this in our last video. Unfortunately, some roly-polies and some other insects were getting to it, but these are hot peppers, or jalapeno peppers, I believe. And then here we have one good, strong pea plant. And unfortunately, I tried putting some dragon fruit in here. You kind of see that it's just not doing too well, unfortunately. We're gonna try transplanting these into soil. Hopefully they take, hopefully they start growing. And let's get into it. So this is some Miracle Grow or all-purpose in-ground soil. I got this from Home Depot or Lowe's. I'm just trying to get this ready for the seeds. Yeah, Miracle Grow. The first thing we're gonna do here is sow some carrot seeds. Let's see which one we got. So we got this green arrow bush pea. We got some mammoth sunflower and some rainbow mixed carrots. Rainbow mixed carrots are what we're gonna sow first. Funny enough, Kevin from Epic Gardening just did a video about this. You guys should check it out. And that's what we're gonna do here. So he mentions you just wanna, well actually,
what's that?
it's funny. This is a potato that we
Oh, you missed it?
last year,
It's so
but we're not gonna grow that now. So he mentions that carrots like loose soil because they're kind of like a deep growing vegetable, so they definitely want some loose soil. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm probably gonna do, like 2 separate rows. That's about, I think that's about as deep as I would want to go. Kind of cool. These are the seeds. What you want to do, again, according to his video, don't blame me if it doesn't grow. You kind of just sprinkle them along. They really need like an inch of space, but from what I understand, carrots have a really low germination percentage. So you're better off kind of like sowing all the seeds together in a row like this. And then as they start sprouting, you can kind of thin the herd that way. Now I'm just gonna dump out the rest of the packet. All right. I'm just gonna try and sprinkle that around.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, that's how you know I'm not a pro. Like I would love to have like markers, but what we're gonna end up doing, biodegradable. I'm gonna try sowing some of the seeds here. And from what I understand, it's peas tend to grow up and they kind of want something to hold on to. So I'm hoping that with the fence being on the south side, that the peas will gravitate more towards the fence. So same thing here. I'm just loosening up the soil. Realize I should have put some compost there. Now I'm gonna try to pop this out real gently. All right. So something that I also heard that's interesting is you don't necessarily want to remove all the dirt from the roots. But I'm just curious to see how these roots are doing. They're honestly pretty wet. They haven't really grown much. So I'm not sure if this doesn't have the right drainage, and maybe that's why it's kind of had some stunted growth. But I'm just gonna put some of this soil down first. I might plant this a little bit higher than it was before. It's on the back side too. So here we have some all-natural garden soil. It's flower and vegetables. Stuff, unfortunately, unfortunately, a little dry, but I think that's okay. This is kind of more of a woody mix, but I think this is rated like to be good, like nourishing plant food for like up to 3 months. All right, and that should be good for now. I'm just gonna sprinkle some around. press that down so it doesn't move. We'll do another seed or so here. Maybe we'll just do 3 here. So the last few weeks, we've been getting a lot of rain. And then just yesterday,
It's Friday.
Friday, excuse me, we had an earthquake, which was scary.
This one we felt it.
This one we felt. This one was scary.
I'm gonna include
Oh God.
Tenny
Yeah, you might as well.
survival instinct.
Now we're gonna put some of these peppers.
Okay.
We got 4 there. 2. Oh yeah. So interesting fact: when you're transpotting a plant, rather than grabbing it by the stem, what they say is you should pull from the leaves because it can grow new leaves. But if you damage the stem, there's not much that it could do. So similar to last one, I just want to check out some of the roots. And yeah, these really haven't been, I guess, developing as much as I'd expect or like. So I'm gonna end up planting this a little bit deeper just to make sure that these get some proper growth. This one's actually doing pretty well.
Yay.
This one started growing like a second leaf from the middle.
Nice. Hi.
So they are gonna get shade from the pine trees, but the sunflowers need like a lot more sun. I'm probably gonna end up just putting them more so over here. Yeah, they're gonna have a little bit more shade, but they should be okay. So now we're gonna plant some of these sunflower seeds. Now, a trick that I started doing, or that I saw, is if you just break them, you should probably do it with clean hands first. Break them apart 1 inch deep, give or take. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can do 3 rows. So now this last row, just out of curiosity, I'm gonna end up just sewing the seed straight in. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna cover these up with some all-purpose soil that we used earlier, just to see. So again, these are the carrots that we just sewed in. I'm gonna try to give this a nice good soak.
You need to reopen that?
To the peas. The peonies.
Any sign of growth?
No, but they did say that
Takes a while.
yeah, it's gonna be slow growth. So interesting, right? Is generally where we were growing more fruits and vegetables, like historically, have been like further down, and you can kind of see that the quality of the soil, it's a little bit like more like grainy.
Your mom plants her herbs here.
Oh, that's true. And then let's check out the compost. So this is what we got so far. I'm gonna give it a couple of turns real quick. It's funny, so this is taking the longest to like
What is that?
break up. Those are the roses. Yeah, the rose stems and the leaves have not been breaking up. So everything looks really dry. So I'm just gonna give this some water, and then bam. Come back next week.
For part 3.